we might have lost 2-1, but we're going home now and you're not. There was also this prison team called Phoenix, who were young offenders at Feltham prison. And the prison, this was just after the London riots in 2010 and 2011. So the prison was full of young people who were all good footballers. So they formed a team. And obviously they had to play all the games at home because they were not allowed out. So the away teams had to come in to visit them. So I got special permission from the prison to go in. They said, you can't take any phones in. You can't take any pen or paper. You just have to come in and watch the game. So I had to meet up an hour before the kickoff. It was a visitor centre just outside the prison. Had to meet up with the away team, which was Hanworth Villa veterans, and the referee. So and I met up with them, and then the two big burly prison guards came to meet us and escorted us through. And it took nearly an hour to get into the prison because it was like airport-style security. You were searched to make sure you hadn't brought a phone. You had to go through body scanners like in an airport. One big door would slam behind you. You were locked in another room contained there. Then you went through to another room. And then finally, it was a pathway that led out to the football pitch. And there were some changing rooms for the players and the referee. And the football pitch was surrounded by high wire mesh fencing with barbed wire on the top, about 10-foot high fencing, and two dugouts as well. And I was the only spectator, so it was the fabled attendance of one. You're the only person at the game. I sat in the dugout because it was raining, and I watched this game, and it was really entertaining. Phoenix, they were all good young players. They had a couple of prison guards sitting in as the centre backs, who were big muscular centre backs. But the young footballers ran rings around Hanworth Villa veterans and won by 2-1. And there was were no problems at all from the Phoenix players with the referee, because they saw it as a privilege and a pleasure to play football in the prison. And the only sort of dissent was coming from the Hanworth Villa players. One of them almost got sent off by the referee, but he said, well, you've made the effort to come into the prison, so I'm not going to send you off, but can you tone it down? Then on the way out, we were walking back towards the changing room block, and all the prisoners started coming out to taunt the Hanworth Villa players. Oh, you lost 2-1, you're rubbish, you lost 2-1. And one of the Hanworth Villa players turned around and said, we might have lost 2-1, but we're going home now and you're not. And, you know, we had to be
brave,
hurried out very quickly
brave.
in case anything kicked off. But yeah, that was an amazing experience, and amazing to go inside a prison for 2 or 3 hours and see what goes on in there.
Yeah.